course, on Rumble. So salute to everybody who watches from your respective platform, but of course, salute to my people on Rumble because that is home base for us as of today. Okay. A bunch of things to talk about. We're probably gonna continue to talk about this Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion beef. You know, we got some other stuff going on. Blueface and Soulja Boy seems to be going back and forth. My man confessed 2 times. Listen, when I told people I had $20,000 for the nigga he snitched on, I didn't know it was that many niggas he snitched on. God damn. Confess 2 times, man. We're gonna bring you to the table today too. You know what I mean? You might need this 20,000, okay? Because you might just need it to add it to your security detail. Because the amount of niggas that done told me you told on them, holy. We'll get to that in a second too. A lot of other things going on. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let me see what y'all got. What y'all talking about? Yeah. Everybody's saying that they got told on my finesse 2 times. It's all good. You know, we're gonna start first and foremost with the obvious. Okay. This Meg Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj beef. Initially, when the song got dropped by Nicki, I said we were gonna give Meg 4 days. 4 days is about to be done. I don't think she finna drop. So we gotta figure out how we're gonna score this thing. So let's kind of recap once again. If you guys don't know, Nicki Minaj responded to a diss song, or kind of I won't say necessarily a diss song, but a song talking a lot of shit by Meg Thee Stallion. It was called Hiss. And there was one line in particular that seemingly Nicki Minaj felt offense to, okay? Nicki has came out later to say, hey, you can talk about me. You can talk about my career, this and third. But ever since I had my kid, I want you to shut the fuck up about my family. Now, I think a lot of people would take that to mean don't talk about her child, which I think a lot of people universally would just say, hey, if you're going at Nicki Minaj's child, like, you're out of bounds. However, her husband, who's a grown-ass man and a decorated blood out of New York, I think people don't feel like he deserved that type of grace, okay? Now, he's someone who's actually on the sexual offender registry, and because of that, we then get into a situation where people, when dissing Nicki, they're going to diss him, okay? So you had Meg basically said, bitches be mad at me, but they should be really mad at Megan's Law or something of the sort. Now, Megan's Law is the law that really requires sexual offenders to register and have it in a public open record where a previously convicted sexual offender resides. By the way, that affects Nicki Minaj's husband because he is previously convicted of a sexual crime that requires him to register, and for the rest of his life, he has to register as a sexual offender. Okay, so that was a clear diss to Nicki. Nicki responded back with a seemingly like a freestyle, but it felt like it was more of a joking thing. But she was previewing the bars for like a couple of like days or maybe a week. So people thought that this was gonna be some great shit. And the opinion about the track itself is mixed. Now, just to, put this in perspective and before I speak on it, I seen Nicki Minaj recently hop on. She's been doing a lot of talking after her track, actually even before her track got put out, but recently she hopped in a Twitter Spaces with Joe Budden to kind of like break it down, okay? She wanted to let people know what she thought about this entire thing, and to try to contextualize this beef or this issue in her terms. This is what she said.
So if you get shot in 1 and you get shot in 2, now that leaves 0. Okay, so how you twerking 2 days? How you twerking 2 days later? If you got, do you know what? Have you ever been shot? Have you?
I've never been shot, Nicki.
Oh, okay. I know people that have been shot. I know people like that shoot. Okay. Now let me tell you what the fuck don't. Let me tell you what the fuck don't happen 2 days after a bitch get shot in 2 hoofs. Twerking on socials. First of all, even emotionally, you just got shot. Girl, no. But, however, the point is, you know what really grinded my fucking gears, guys? What grinded my gears was when Doodoo on the beats. They or them I've never met in my life, right? Got on Twitter, started bragging about him not clearing a beat for Nicki Minaj. So, while people were acting unbothered on socials, and while Desiree Perez was the bots, oh my God, we have screenshots of the YouTube bots. It's crazy. Leo, you better don't play with me, nigga. I hope you ain't around that company no more right now, cause yeah. And so, no, wait, hold on, Joe. Hold on, Joe. Hold on. Between the YouTube bots and the Twitter ads and the paid for TikToks and the paid for tweets, to the point where people got their little $250 for they tweet to say something bad about Nicki Minaj, and then the next day it was like, bitch, yeah. Anyway, I'm listening to Bigfoot. So I don't know why anybody of that, and I'm not talking about any rapper. I'm talking about a company or companies. Why would they want to prove everything I've been saying is true? Because what happens is, if you already make a smear campaign to market and tell people somebody is quote unquote crazy, then you are training them not to believe whatever this person says. So why would Doodoo on the beats that night come out like a dummy on the beats and prove my point? Oh, and you know what the barbs do? Oh, once one point Nicki say has been proven, oh, they will go back for the last 50 years and research some shit. And they will realize, oh, wow, they've been doing this, they've been doing that, they've been doing this. And now you ask yourself, why? So if you think this is an issue between two rappers, you're wrong. This is a dialogue between me, the machine, and a bunch of different machines having to come together constantly, using different people. When one fails, let's go somewhere else and try to. It never works. But that's the point that I wanted the world to see, and that it's gonna be sympathy again. It's gonna be nonsense again, and nobody will ever respect that in rap. So if you get shot in one, and you get.
All right. There you have it. Nicki Minaj. By the way, she was on for like 20, 30 minutes, running her mouth. Y'all want to hear the real about this, man? By the way, with all due respect, I was listening to this whole thing, and I've been listening. You know, everybody know I'm a fan of my man, who's my friend, Joe Budden. But I know Joe can't tell the truth about all of this because Joe is promised like an interview with Nicki, so he can't really call a spade right now. It's okay. It's fine. That's why I'm here. Okay. Nicki don't like me. Listen, nobody's going to tell the truth. Let me tell you this. The only objective person in this is me. Charlamagne must got some beef with Nicki, or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Nicki don't like me. Meg don't like me. I don't got no fucking horse in the race. Okay? Only the truth could be on my side. I don't have any horse in the race. Everybody else, they're picking. Like, I seen somebody say, yo, I'm from Queens, so I can't say Nicki. Listen, cut the malarkey. Now, here's the thing. Nicki Minaj gave a mid-song in response to a decent song from Meg. Meg's song was not a complete diss song. Nicki's song was. Okay? Now, after that, this is how the beef rules go. Okay? You ain't that busy. You've been twerking on Instagram, doing squats in your workout outfits for the last 8 months while you watch Tory go to jail and all type of shit happen. Meg, you could get in the booth. I gave her 4 days. The fourth day might expire tomorrow or the day after. It's probably likely that she won't respond. And I'm going to be honest with you, Nicki Minaj will win this beef by default. Okay? She's not winning this beef by skill. She's going to win it by default. Now, here's the problem, too. Nicki might be one of the first people to win a beef, but lose the PR battle. Because Nicki, even when she wins, is so unlikable. And it's because of her antics and her not knowing how to play the game like how her counterparts play it when they're in beef. I.e., Jay-Z and Nas. I.e., even Cameron's messy. I.e., definitely her label mate Drake. I'm probably going to have to award her the beef, but I'm going to have to award her the L in the PR battle. Her distasteful attitude and also demeanor towards this whole situation has garnered sympathy, even though she said she was trying to avoid that, for Meg. So you know what Meg's going to say? I couldn't rap with her anyway. Give me the L in the beef, but at least make me the motherfucking victim. Now, how does that happen? You have the Barbs, who are complete weirdos. Now, allegedly, none of the Barbs actually went to Meg Thee Stallion's gravesite, as was probably reported by some outlets. Meg Thee Stallion grave, mom. But the Houston Chronicle did put out an article saying, hey, listen, I'm sorry. Saying that, you know, the police was notified by the cemetery, and apparently her mom's name is Holly Thomas, and it was notified that they should have more people to take note of what's going on a security level than previously. Now, to be very fair, we don't know if Nicki Minaj, like, it's like the Trump thing, right? Like, Trump didn't tell niggas, yo, run up in the Capitol building and run up in there with y'all guns and start slapping niggas. But he said kind of coded message that people said, bro, you basically, in a roundabout way, was trying to almost incite a riot, right? That's what Nicki does, right? You know, Nicki never said nobody should mess with, you know, her mom. But you say it enough, when you have crazy fans, they might try to do some weird shit. Now, we don't really have proof that anything got done. However, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm here changing my opinion again. If I'm Meg Thee Stallion, I don't respond to Nicki. Nicki, while nobody's going to care that she won this rap beef, if I'm Meg, I care about being looked at as a victim. That's been working for Meg this whole time. Nicki's right about that. Don't respond to Nicki and just be seen as a victim and be seen as the bereaved daughter who is crying over her mom, and Nicki Minaj is clowning your dead mama. Yes, of course. So I agree with how Meg Thee Stallion's playing this. Again, it just goes to show how unlikable Nicki Minaj is. How the hell you gonna win the beef? How the hell you win the rap battle but still lose the PR battle? Like, everybody still looks at you like a piece of shit, even though they might be like, yeah, you could rap better, and yeah, you were more disrespectful. Again, I don't think Meg Thee Stallion's goal at any point was to rap better or out-rap Nicki Minaj. Her whole thing was just trying to maintain whatever level of respect or grace people had for her. Okay? So, to be honest, I'm probably going to give Nicki the battle, but I'm giving her the loss in the PR battle, in the PR game. Like, how does Nicki not understand that, my nigga, you sound like you're off drugs? Like, I don't know why everybody keep like tiptoeing around it. I'm not saying she's on coke or anything. I don't even know what would be your drug of choice. But listen, Nicki Minaj just doesn't sound sober. She sounds like she's obsessed. She sounds like she's bothered. And also, like, if we really get into a conversation about these things, you can't shame her for not admitting to fucking a guy, right? while you just ignore the fact that your spouse and your brother may have been entangled with underage women according to the law. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's like she's trying to change the rules. She's trying to do the sympathy thing. And the last thing I would say to Nicki, bro, nobody ain't finna feel sorry for you. Like, my nigga, in a rap battle, nobody cares about the accolades you got. We don't care how many damn trophies you got. And by the way, here's the thing too. I'm not here saying that she can't diss Meg's mama. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like, she can diss Meg's mama if she want. My thing is that ain't what makes her win a beef. You get what I mean? If anything, that makes her unlikable. Like, I'm probably gonna give Nicki the beef. Like, yeah, you won it. So what? It's not like niggas was looking at Meg as no type of warrior. The problem with Nicki is that she don't realize that we've all told her we don't think none of these girls could compete with you. So the people who you're battling with or you're aiming to compete with, we all have accepted that they can't compete with you. So what are you trying to prove? Somebody said, Nicki threatening your family. You're supposed to be bugging up. Man, I don't give a fuck with Nicki. Like, but Nicki's a bum. Like, bro, like, you know, like, I'm not gonna take it personal when analyzing this type of shit. Like, if it's time for me to disrespect her, of course I would disrespect her. I don't give a fuck. But like, I'll just talk about this beef objectively. Yeah, in this beef, just objectively, yeah, I think she won on a music level. Because I don't think Meg's gonna respond. Now, I don't even think Meg's not gonna respond because she can't rap back. I think Meg, let me go to the shade room, I'll show you something. Meg is getting comforted. Like, Nicki went so left and is like, you know, almost kind of seeming a little bit off the rocker, that if people don't want to diss her, people are just blatantly and openly supporting Meg. Let me show you a few people. They're just like clearly like in Meg's corner. Like, hey, Meg, you're doing the right thing. We support you, girl. You know what I mean? Like, you'll see this. The police are involved. And I know some people are going to say PR. By the way, the one thing I do got to say to Nicki, please shut the fuck up about everybody using bots. My nigga, shut up. Like, we don't want to hear it no more. You're on Republic. Y'all all pay for the same bots. Yo, Nicki is like such a fraud with how she tries to manipulate the music industry. It's like when Chance the Rapper told us he was motherfucking like independent, but he wasn't. Nicki, you're on the biggest label. Let me like look at this. Look. Label of the year. Let's Google this. Look at this. Noah Kahan presents Label of the Year award to Monty and Avery Lippman of Republic Records. That's the Label of the Year. You want to know who's on Republic Records? Republic Records roster include all these people, but you're going to scroll down and the person you are interested in is... Scroll down. Where is it at? Nicki Minaj, right here. Like, Nicki Minaj is on the best label in hip-hop. Like, that's why I said she's kind of like a fraud to me. Well, anytime she talks about bots, my nigga, like, one label don't do bots. Like, this is the music industry. They're all scummy. They all cheat. They all lie. They all finesse. They all buy records. They all try to finesse numbers. They all try to plan stories. They all try to change the headlines. They are trying to sell music. If Atlantic does it, Republic does it. Universal does it. I mean, Universal, every label does it. Geffen, Interscope, everybody does the same tricks. You got Nicki always sitting up here talking about like she's a goddamn like she's an independent artist. No, you're not, my nigga. My nigga, you're on the biggest label in hip-hop. When you're talking about everybody got bots, you think that there's like integrity on your label? Nigga, your label is the same label. Look, you're on the same line as Nav. Nigga, they sold t-shirts instead of records. Nigga, the fuck are you talking about? Nigga, your label's scummy as fuck too. When people call out Atlantic, I'm like, nobody knows about Republic? Nigga, Republic is like the original finessers. They just finesse on the biggest stage. You know who they finesse with the most? You see this moneymaker here? Taylor Swift. They sell her album 20 different versions, one album. Hey, here's a red version. Here's a blue version. Here is the yellow and white version. Hey, here's the version with her handprint. Like, nigga, they do all the finesse. So when I hear Nicki Minaj complaining about another artist's numbers, Nicki, stop being a fucking sore loser. You do have the biggest fan base, but don't act like you're like. Nicki's problem is she act like hip hop started and ended with her. Nicki, you an old bitch in the game. You're going to die at some point. We all are. And you're going to leave this game. And there's going to be new girls. Just like I'm in the YouTube space. I'm going to leave at some point. There's going to be new people. You can't act like you're the end all be all to this shit. That's how she acts. Only her numbers is real. Everybody's numbers is fake. No, it's not, my nigga. Like, again, you do have the biggest fan base. I always salute her. I shit on some of these other artists using her numbers, saying, hey, at least her fans do buy music. But she's not the only person with a fan base. That little horse-looking bitch got a fan base too. Her fan base just don't buy music as much as your fan base does. But it doesn't mean it's bots. Like, no. Y'all all have fan bases. So, like, when I see Nicki, like, with the hate and shit, like, oh, yeah, only my numbers are real. Everybody's numbers is fake. Shut up. Shut up. Like, my nigga, you got a whole kid, my nigga. Like, why are you talking about, like, you're the only person that could, like, have a fan base? Like, bro, you're old as shit. So, to be very clear, when Nicki started telling y'all about bots, my nigga, are you kidding me? Like, first of all, Nicki fans, almost all Nicki fans, and I could call y'all out directly, because y'all almost all participate in what's kind of almost highly illegal and what the Billboard did not intend for the finesse to be when it came to finessing sales. Y'all pass around credit cards to buy albums. Y'all send money to each other to purchase Nicki motherfucking music. That is exactly like bots, my nigga. Like, it's exactly like bots. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, granted, it might be like, oh, it's real people. But Billboard is not a thing where it's like, hey, fans should share money amongst themselves to rig the thing. It's supposed to be consumption via the general public. So again, when I hear like Nicki's fans start saying this dumb shit, like, yo, everybody's using bots and they're real, I'm like, yo, get a life. You feel me? Now, with all that being said, man, I got smoke for the horse too. Yo, Meg, you pussy, man. Meg is pussy. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was telling Meg pick up a stick. She picked it up and dropped it in the same fucking motion. Yo, Meg, this is why we can't respect people like you. I hate when somebody calls somebody out, but they didn't expect a response. Let's be honest, Meg. You never expected Nicki to respond. You thought Nicki was going to just ignore it because she might look at it as she's giving you clout. So now you're just going to sit by and not even give her a response on you literally setting your song to her. I wish these bitches... Let me go look at the line. This is why Meg is a fucking fraud. His lyrics. Where's she at with it? She says, bitch, you a pussy. Never finna check me. Every chance you get, bet your weak ass won't address me. Nah, come on. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Meg, you straight pussy, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, you can't spit a line like this and Nicki come for your head, your dead mama, everything about you. And my nigga, you don't even pick up pick up a correct stick, nigga. Now, it's one thing if she come out and she says, yo, this bitch, like, just took it somewhere else where I'm not making music. I agree with that, too. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. The way Nicki been talking, you might have to shoot her. You might got to hit her in the head with a bottle, something like that. Like it's a problem. And you can't be sad for Nicki. Like Nicki took it there. And by the way, I see some people say, "Oh, well, she started first." Man, you ain't started if you address her husband as exactly what it's on paperwork saying he has to do. Nigga has to register as a sexual offender. Like, the fuck? So I just look at Meg and I'm like, yo, Meg, what are you doing? Why you ain't respond yet? Yo, Meg actually had a chance to just like AI crossover Nicki. But I'm getting to realize, man, them bars or the lack of bars that she ever has, she be taking mad long to cook up. She can't really just get in the ring and kind of go toe-to-toe with anybody, even a Nicki Minaj. And I almost look at it like this. This is why, like, when Nicki's, like, getting at all of these female rappers, I can't feel bad for them. We just got to call a spade a spade. Most of them are fucking trash. That's the reality of it. Most of them are trash. Nicki Minaj is actually beyond timing, and none of them really want to compete with her. So what are we going to do? Okay? So anyway, Nicki went on that rant, a couple other rants. She's trying to explain to people, like, whatever, like, yo, Nicki, man, this is sad. You still trying to convince people that you ain't fuck nobody. You still trying to convince people of some very simple things. Get over it, bro. Get over it. Okay? Okay. Let me see what y'all talking about. Hey, by the way, I know this chat been infiltrated with a lot of barbs. Y'all want to hear me say, bro, the song was whack, bro. The song was whack. The beat was mediocre. I seen Joe play like some shit. Apparently, this was the original beat. Elliot Wilson posted. So Joe posted the original beat that Nicki was supposed to be on, and it was gonna sound like this.
I didn't like the marriage.
She was playing in the studio.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I didn't like the marriage of what she was doing to the new beat. But I don't think she wrote it to that beat. So it makes sense. But this kid right here.
Sigh. How you fucking mother man when she died? How you gonna get a king and
Much
can't
better.
cry? Shit. Bye. Big foot, but you still a small fry.
Over this beat, you could tell what she was trying to do.
Yo, this little begging whore, talking about Megan's law. For a free beat, you can hit Megan raw. If you a ghostwriter, party in Megan's jaw. Shot stone, but I still ain't let Megan. Bad bitch, she like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up where you good for. Still ain't top red booby. Trying to steal a source. I said, get up on my cookbook. Really, I'm a city pie.
You get the point.
That's
all right.
That's
all right. It's very hard.
Fucking your best friend, man, is crazy. You the type. You was lying to the queen and you been lying to the king.
Damn.
The 30-year-old tea so stale. Kylie kicked you out and made you stumble to the car. Bobs, I need a good alcohol bar. Roman, wait, that was the bar. Like a bodybuilder, I keep raising the bar. Fuck you, get shot with no scar. This little piggy toxic, somebody adopted.
Oh, so over the last beat, I couldn't even tell she was trying to put a hook in there. I can hear it now over this.
Joe just trying to get that interview, man. That shit is lukewarm no matter what beat that shit is on. It could be acapella. Nigga, she literally dropped the acapella. And the shit was still lukewarm, bro. The point is this, man. Hey, Nicki, you're going to get the win by default because, yo, unfortunately, when it comes to female rap, there's not many formidable opponents. You got a lot of chicks who claim that they about that action, but they really pussy, like Bang the Stallion. But I'm going to be honest with you, Nicki, you lost the PR war in this, man. Like, you could have did this gracefully. This is my problem with Nicki, too, if I had to, like, really be honest, right? Like, again, I know some of y'all going to be like, yo, act, you have, no, I don't care about that. Like, when it's time for me to get at her about my shit, I do get at her. Let me tell you, this is Nicki's problem. We all agree she's the queen, but she doesn't come across as graceful. And that's the thing you have to think about. The queen should be graceful. The queen should be above certain shit. The queen should act like the queen. The queen shouldn't act like another bitch on Baddies. And at times, Nicki Minaj loses that. And I think that's when people kind of get confused about maybe what her intentions is. Because, of course, you know, she has the biggest audience of all the female rappers. But you see her, like, kind of bickering and squabbling with like I told you this. I told you guys this a long time ago. Put it like this. You know when I did the interview with Flacco, you know when somebody came and said, they say, "Yo, Act, this is the dopest shit you could have ever done." Rather than beef with somebody like Flacco, who a lot of people compare to you, embrace the nigga. Nicki Minaj, I think she's been slow to the game of trying to embrace the people who are coming in her lane. And for whatever reason, she feels like she still needs to brag and boast to kind of maintain her level as some type of undisputed queen. To me, that's sad. Okay? All right. Hold on, let me close this door. Why the fuck? My dogs, I don't know if y'all hear my puppies. They're wild. Shut up. Okay. Yeah, so this is what it is. Nicki with the win. But I understand why Meg won't respond if she doesn't. Like, she probably doesn't want to, like, it's not like Meg is kicking bars either. This is probably a poverty, like, rap beef. Meg is probably saying, hey, listen, I wanted to do this for sympathy. And I'm getting it right now because Nicki's going a little hard and everybody's saying, damn, we love you, Meg. Oh, Meg, damn. Nobody should ever talk about the dead. Like, I think even Charlamagne was, like, talking about this shit right here. Look. Now, I don't know if Charlamagne got beef with, like, Nicki or whatever. Like, he had interviewed her on one of her early albums or whatever the case is. But this is what he was saying about this entire thing where Charlamagne said, can I find this shit? Scroll. God damn. How many? Right here.
Track that's had Nicki tweeting for a week straight and caused Nicki to put out a weak ass diss track. Meg won, bro.
Meg shouldn't put out another diss
Meg shouldn't say nothing.
Now, see, I disagree with this train of thought. Meg will not get the win. Like, hey, Charlamagne. With all due respect, we love you, brother. But listen, stick to politics right now, my guy. We will not give a unanimous win or a win to a woman who threw some rocks and then got a boulder thrown in her direction, and then she don't want to go back and forth. No. It's like when Eminem does that sometimes. He'll tease people, and a nigga drops a whole diss song on him, and like Kendrick did that too. Remember when everybody responded to Control? Like, now, granted, here's the thing. That wasn't a real battle, right? But when Kendrick mentioned all them niggas' names in Control, there was a couple niggas that said, nigga, let's rap battling. What's poppin'? The rap battle starts at that point. So, with all due respect to what Charlamagne's saying, is that Nicki wanted to rap battle. And I'm sorry, if Meg don't want to rap battle, that's a forfeit. It is what it is. Now, again, for y'all insane barbers who are in here, y'all still make Nicki look bad because Nicki's looking bad because of y'all actions, words, or tweets. I'm pretty sure Nicki ain't telling y'all to go mess with nobody gravesite, but y'all think that's y'all way of supporting her, and now it all falls back on Nicki. So Nicki looks atrocious. Anyway.
Meg won.
Allegedly, they're saying that some of the barbs reportedly found out where Meg Thee Stallion's mother was laid to rest. They put the location and a caption that said, you know what to do. So the actual cemetery told TMZ that they increased security, they called police, and just added extra personal security on site to make sure that the gravesite is okay.
Yeah, that's how I know y'all ain't got no older people in y'all life. Because if y'all had older people in y'all life, older people would tell you, don't play with the dead.
Nope.
Ain't no good gonna come to anybody doing stuff like that. You have cursed yourself and don't even know it, okay? You do not play with the dead in that way.
All right. There was a little bit more on this, but even continuing, this was Tokyo. Actually, nobody cares. This is a crackhead. Nobody cares what this chick got to say. Let's get straight to it. Who else? There's a few people that chimed in as well. Oh, Whack 100 chimed in, and he said this.
When the video come out that the DA tried to suppress, that my legal is now involved in, there will not be a no more Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh, shit. Clip that shit.
The appeal is coming. When the video comes out from the little Asian girl that followed them from the time they saw him arguing in the car, that the DA tried to suppress and threaten their family with all kind of other shit, shout out to the private investigators. I want to see what the Meg Thee Stallion fans are going to say then. I want to see, are y'all going to counsel her for lying and putting that black man in jail? We're going to see.
I mean, if she's lying and she did do that.
All right. Now, Wax my guy. And, even though, y'all know the history with us, but still, Wax the only nigga who got Nipsey Hussle's gay sex tape where he's throwing up neighborhood and kissing a woman who another nigga just came in her mouth. He's the only nigga who got the Oscar De La Hoya, footage of him in drag doing all type of weird stuff. Basically, I'm trying to say, Wack got every gay footage in history. Now, I don't know if it's because of blackmail or maybe he just know a few people who just know a few people. Regardless, he's now saying there's a video of the whole shooting. This is not an attack on Wack. This is just me being honest. Bro, this is fucking cap, bro. Bro, I'm using my own brain, bro. Here's the thing. Bro, do you know that you know what level of misconduct a DA would be facing if they suppressed honest, fair evidence that would exonerate somebody and they still went ahead to prosecute that person? That's a career ender. If they saw footage of someone else shooting that gun and it wasn't Tory, and they prosecuted Tory, it'd be a wrap. So that's what I gotta say. Now, does Wack have the footage? I'm not sure if he says he has the footage, but he's alluding to a footage. I want to believe there's no footage there. Somebody said DAs do that all the time. Bro, this is a high-profile case. Yo, here's my problem. Here's my problem with all this shit about surveillance tape. Nigga, if I'm Tory and there's a surveillance tape that proves I'm innocent, I would have that shit being on a hologram, nigga. Walking around with that. Open it up like a Pokeball. Yo, look at this shit. I'm innocent. If we ain't heard nothing about this goddamn footage till now, I'm inclined to believe that this footage or this alleged footage isn't what people think it is. It's just not true. Because if there was clear footage that vindicated Tory, why the hell would Tory not present it? You know, the only reason that we think that he didn't take the stand and he didn't point out the person that we're now hearing that probably did it. The only reason we felt he didn't do that is because he didn't want to tell. Right? Oh yeah, nah. He didn't want to cooperate, so he's not gonna do A, B, and C. Bruh, at this point, it's not even telling. If you have a videotape of what happened, just show it. There ain't no videotape, if you ask me. There's a lot of conversation going around of things to be suppressed and things that could possibly trigger an appeal, but we don't know if there'll be one. But if I had to sit here and believe that Tory was going to, beat this whole case on an appeal, I would say this is horseshit. And when I mean on appeal, beat this case because the real shooter was either Meg herself or Kelsey, I think that's bullshit. 100% bullshit. TMZ. Okay. Y'all reading something. I'm trying to get the gist of it. You said TMZ even reported that what? TMZ reported what? Give me a second. Am I even okay here? I'm reading that mess. Yo, bro. Yo, come on, man. Let me tell you this. Bro, I'm not gonna sit here and let like bullshit like be propagated, man. Listen, I do want Tory to be, free and vindicated of all these things he's been accused of if he ain't do it. But I'm just not gonna sit here and make believe land. I'm telling y'all the goddamn truth. Put it like this, my nigga. If I was charged and I was facing 10 years, nigga, I would have told my mama, my daughter, my son, my baby mama, my op. I would tell anybody, if you have a videotape of me, I don't care if the court allowed it, denied it, anything the court said. Fuck the witnesses. We got the videotape. You know, I would have told people, nigga, I'm going to pay a homeless nigga. Run in court and just show this video, nigga. Just come in with an iPad. Let everybody see this shit. I didn't fucking do it. Bro, like, come on, nigga. Like, nigga, it's been mad long. Tory got sentenced. He's in jail. You think now a fucking footage exists that clearly shows that Tory ain't do it? Man, come on, bro. We just can't be stupid with this shit. You think Tory want to be in jail with this fucked up toupee, nigga? The only regret that nigga has is that he wish he had taken a stand. But there ain't no fucking smoking gun like, oh yeah, there's a videotape of the whole thing that could possibly exonerate him. If there was a videotape, it would probably sink him. That's why he and his team, and by the way, I looked at all the court transcripts. There was nothing in at least the public motions that said that the attorneys or the DA tried to suppress this type of evidence. This is bullshit. This is complete bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, listen, let me tell you this, man. I know a lot of people don't really fuck with Meg Thee Stallion, but even while not fucking with her, you don't have to make shit up. Listen. We know what type of woman she is. She's the type of person, she'll fuck everybody in the friend group. You don't have to shame her for it. Let her be her and continue about your day. So Michael Miles says, I'm saying act you don't know. Bro, here's my thing. Drop the video on social media. Bro, you know how the quickest way to get Tory out of jail, if there's a video like that? Drop this video on social media, depicting and showcasing everything that happened. Why, he ultimately got locked up, to why he got convicted of whatever. Just drop it. Why wouldn't you drop it? I'll tell you why you wouldn't drop it, because that shit is not exactly what it's been talked up to be. I'm not saying there's some other shit ain't going on, but I'm talking about what people think is going on based on some of these rumors. It just ain't the truth. Nat Turner says, man, Ak, you're mad at Wack ever since he talked about your penis. No. Bro, like, are y'all fucking stupid? Do y'all really think that a big case like this happened and like there was a video proof? Y'all are stupid. Not all y'all, some of y'all. Okay. Let me see what else. So anyway, Meg Thee Stallion's song is about to debut #1, low key. It says, Hits by Meg Thee Stallion hits number 1 on U.S. iTunes for the first time. Now, here's the thing about this. According to Nicki, any success that Meg has on the charts is fake. Any success she has is like real. So let me see if I can find another. But this is clearly a like promo post. If you didn't know, that's a promo post done by Nicki Minaj and her team. You shouldn't feel no type of way about it because everybody does promo posts. Okay, every artist, unless you're unsuccessful. Let me see. Oh, that's a real. Okay.
I'm else too, and I'm shutting the fuck up on this.
No, go ahead.
This is another reason that I'm not mad at the lying on your dead mama line. I believe that is a Meg publicist somewhere pushing these stories about upping the security at my grave and people are coming here to sabotage it. I think that's a real nasty PR trick. I think that is real nasty.
How do you know when something's a PR trick versus when it's not?
All these years of experience, Jameson. I can see through the publicist story.
Okay. So he believes it's a publicist story. I believe that's TMZ just digging. At the end of the day, the Barbs are so obsessive, it's easy to use them for a story, and I think they were used for a story. You know, like the Barbs sometimes with their obsession don't realize that somebody else could monetize your obsession, and that usually, you know, infuriates them even more, but that's just the truth. Somebody said Tory ain't shooter. Hey, I'm not here to argue that. All I'm here to argue is that if they had some real shit about Tory not shooting it, why the fuck are we waiting? Nigga, go get an emergency hearing with a judge or an appellate judge and then present the facts and hopefully he gets let out. Rot Nations is okay. All right, cool. Interestingly enough, did y'all see this, man? Oh man. So Soulja Boy is now like back super tough. Soulja Boy. After Blueface has gotten incarcerated. This is what he said on his recent live, talking about, you know, how he feels about the whole thing with Blueface, who's now in prison or jail. Let me see if I can find this shit. Is it this?
Okay.
Let me see. Where is it? Is it this? Give me 1 second. Here we go. There's a whole long kind of like rant. Here we go. All right. Thank you, Nine Man.
He's a bitch, and my baby mama suing your
Here we go.
before he get out. That's what y'all wanted me to hear. That's what y'all want to hear me say, right? That's what y'all wanted me to hear. That's what y'all wanted to hear me say, right? Blueface. On my mom, you owe $14 million. You was a bitch, and my baby mama suing your. You talking about, nigga? We finna go buy new chains and mansions off your money. You talking about broke ass, bitch ass. You talking about? And when you get out of jail, I'm breaking your jaw. You cannot. You talking about that rigged ass boxing match you did with that white. You talking about? They paid that to fall. You can't fight. You was a bitch. Don't never compare me to no ass like this. Both his whole ugly. You talking about supermodel bad bitches. I don't even know how we even the same type of bitch. I don't even know. I must was drunk. They don't know what I was on. We do not the same type of hoe. Ugly hoe. Ugly bitch. Your baby mama ugly. Ant body. Her ass look like concrete. talking about her legs skinny as your baby mama ugly. And your other baby mama ugly. That bitch got one teeth, one fake teeth. Fuck out of here. I'll never fuck your baby mama. Oh God, I'll never stick my dick in her, nigga. Look, I'ma get this nigga off the top. Put my dick in your baby mama. Fuck out of here, nigga. I'll never fuck your ugly ass baby mama. Both of them ugly as oh God. You talking about, that's how I'm gonna apologize. I ain't apologize for shit. I said I don't never want to see another man in jail. But guess what? People said can write in that bitch. You get on the internet talking about. All
right, let's be very clear. Yo, Big Draco, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. You had me at one point, bro. I thought you were the final boss of this whole rap shit. I thought when niggas beef with you, they died, their career failed. I thought nobody wanted smoke with Draco. And, you know, I don't know if I think that anymore. But anyway, here's the point. Yo, Soulja Boy. We don't care about his baby mama, him fucking your baby mama. All we care about is this. Bro, at the end of the day, this is the first time we've ever seen you get punked online. The nigga punked you online, bro. So, unless you're going to show up and box him, which I don't think, you know, you would. Bro, just let that nigga get that one little dub. He's in prison or jail anyway. It's not like he could go do nothing and he only could talk like once a day responding to you. Let that man just eat, bro. Like, why are you doing the most? Like, Soulja, this is your first, well, actually, maybe your second loss, and you my man, but it's just, the more you wild out when he's not here, just tell me, like, you come across like that nigga from Friday when he's like, yo, yeah, I be quiet when Debo here, but when he leave, I be talking. Bro, nobody, like, what's his name, Ezel or some shit like that. I don't know if it was Ezel that said that, or was it, what's the name? Chris Tucker, but still. That's the point I'm trying to say. That's the fucking point I'm trying to say, bro. Like, this is the first time we've seen Soulja Boy lose. So, like, he's trying to make up all type of excuses. It's just not working, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. It's not working. Somebody says, Chris Tucker, somebody said, Smokey. All right, Smokey. I get it, bro. Nigga, I'm tired, nigga. It's like fucking 12 o'clock. Sorry. Sorry, brothers.
Come out. Oh. I fucked her the day before. All that line. Stop playing. All that line. That she ain't never talked to you after she met me. You talk about some shit way back. If you talk to a bitch before I met the bitch, okay, cool. You know how many hoes I got? I know I never fuck a bitch that look like your baby mama's. I know that. Your baby mama's ugly as fuck. I never fuck one of them hoes. I know that. Your baby mama built like an ant. Who give a fuck about a in the same bitch? You sound stupid as fuck. You know how many hoes I done hit? You know how many hoes we all done hit? You sound stupid as fuck. But don't never get on no motherfucking internet disrespecting me like you a gangster. You's a little nigga. You can't fuck with me in no time, and nobody can't save you. You can't fuck with me in no type of way at all. Your baby mama built like an ant. You a motherfucking clown, nigga. One of your hoes got I had one tooth.
Why is nigga so stupid?
Your hoes is nasty, disgusting. You fuck with this. I don't even want to be affiliated with you. Why you screaming? Why you think my baby mama suing your stupid ass? I don't even want to be affiliated. I'm like, oh my God. I don't even want to be affiliated with your.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yo, Soulja, man, let me tell you this, man. Take the advice from me, bro. Unless you catching a fade with Blueface, man, nobody care about y'all girls, nothing like that. Unless you catching a fade with him, which I would highly suggest you don't. Bro, just let Blueface go do his little time in jail. He'll come out acting like he's tougher again, and let him run into somebody else who really want that smoke with him. Don't be giving this nigga no type of attention. And also, you're looking crazy because people are looking at you like, damn, Soulja, no matter how loud you are, it could finally feel like, yo, you seem vulnerable. And that's the whole point. All right? Yo, not gonna lie, man. This shit kind of fucked me up. What was that saying? Someone said, I'm scared of whack. Why am I scared of whack? Or does it say that? I'm scared of whack. Whack exposed by World Star Video. All right. Why y'all say I'm scared of whack? The fuck? Fuck am I scared of whack for? Okay. What video? I'm gonna play it. Let me see whack 100. Yo, I haven't been on World Star in forever, nigga. Yeah, I said there's a World Star Video. Let me see. What video? No, I'm serious. Check World Star YouTube. Oh, okay. World Star YouTube. Let's see. What am I looking for? Latest. What am I looking for? World Star YouTube. This is World Star YouTube. Latest. What am I looking for? What's that? Look. Okay, let me just type in World Star Whack 100. Let's see. What video y'all talking about? I would love to play it, but I don't know what video y'all talking about. World Star. It got deleted? What's it called? What's the video called? They deleted that shit. Documented call whack. They exposed whack in paperwork. Is it this? Let's see.
Go Figure TV. Back. Bout back whack is over. Yes.
Dogs up under my name that had a living beyond the means excuse to come in there was all up on the different corporations.
Whack is claiming that FBI did not know his house was not in his name before entering his home, and once they found his paperwork...
Hold on, let me see if I can find this. Is it this?
Jones. Whack 100, most famously known for arguing on Clubhouse, has been exposed as an confidential informant in paperwork recently released by defendant Money Mark and Stutterbox. Before we play the recording of Money Mark, who was the main defendant in this case, confirming Whack is back, let's take a look back to when Whack himself spoke on this case and admitted to meeting with the feds and also saying they owe him a favor.
Once they hit my motherfucking home office, that's when they called the search off. Because in the home office, he then discovered the house and the cars and everything they thought was up under my name, that had that living beyond the means excuse to come in there, was all up under different corporations.
Whack is claiming that FBI did not know his house was not in his name before entering his home, and once they found his paperwork in his home office, they called off the search. How does the FBI not have this information prior to search warrant?
My attorney, we go down to the federal building on Wilshire Boulevard, right up to 405. We go up top. Now, I get up top, I'm tripping, niggas. So when I tell the motherfuckers, hey, look, y'all raided my house. Y'all had motherfuckers cuffed up in my house. Y'all did all this shit, and y'all know damn well I was clean. Y'all embarrassed me, this, that. We filed the suit. When we get outside with my attorney, 2 officers that's depicted in there came to the front of me and my attorney said, hey, look, man, let this shit go. This shit gonna fuck. This ain't gonna look good on us. We didn't know you. That boy put us on you, right? But we'll owe you one.
Whack is explaining going down to the federal building tripping and basically the detectives telling him on the spot that Stutterbox told us on you. This seems a little odd that detectives would give up someone who is supposedly working for them name, and also beg to drop the lawsuit and let us owe you a favor. Wack has told this story on several occasions, changing it up a little each time.
When I got up to the top floor, we went to go get my personal belongings, me and my attorney, when I saw the two women with that FBI flak jackets come out, that Stutterbox would always invite to dinner when we was eating at Stevie's on the Strip, that's when I knew what time it was. When we come off the elevator, I see a bunch of people in FBI flak jackets. Guess who one of the persons I see? The fucking female from New Orleans that asked about the 5 keys.
Sounds like a scene from Power. Was it one or was it two woman? Now Wack 100 decides to use his favor the detective promised him and calls it in. Listen to how easy it is for Wack 100 to get the information. These is words coming from Wack, and like he always says, the truth could never be considered disrespect.
I'm sitting back, I call my attorney. I said, hey, yo, call that officer, I need to have a word with him. Yo, didn't you say that Stutterbox is a cooperant for you? Yeah, documented on paper. Yeah, documented, he's a CI. Been that for 6-7 years. You got the paper and all, whatever y'all use. Yeah, we got that. Okay, yo, contact this dude. Have them call Stutterbox to the stand. Yeah, I called it in that day, and I did sue, but I used the card and that was it.
Stutterbox alleges that Wack 100 was caught on a wiretap with Dale Dog conspiring to commit murder. This is why his house was raided and led him to working with the police's back. Stutterbox explains to Juice M's that Wack gave up his address.
His house got raided because he was on the wiretap with Dog, you know.
What is Mark saying I had to do with the case, bro?
Wack, listen, in the paperwork, it said you tried to call Dog, remember?
I tried to
and he
call
won't take
Dog.
your call. And I sent it to you. And he said,
I talked to Dog. That whole Main Street shit, that was your play. I had nothing to do with it. Nigga, I was a victim.
There you have it, Wack admitting to being a victim on the case, talking to Dale Dog and also saying Money Mark was completely right.
Dude that spoke on Shaq, he's completely right, because I was caught up in the middle of all that.
Stutterbox said you in my paperwork on wiretap, right?
So Stutterbox confirmed that Wack was included in his paperwork.
On the Main Street
On the Main Street case.
which he wasn't charged. But this guy's saying the only person that was arrested
was Cash Jones.
If Greg's credibility hurts the findings of the entire task force or not?
Well, first of all, there were no arrests made other than Cash Jones.
When you get the discovery, was part of that the actual wiretap? The whole transcript. I got the whole transcript. The whole transcripts of the whole wiretaps. And do you, in that paperwork, do you see your conversation with Cash Jones in them transcripts?
That was the initiating. When they started recording.
Right.
Damn.
And Cash Jones.
In the paperwork they put him as back. BACK. And
right.
I kept asking
the Wag boy in a minute.
The lawyer, like, who the fuck is? I ain't talking to no back.
Nasty
And they
way.
said, nah, that's Wack. So they put him in back because he a blood. So
Wow. All right, man. Hey, if this is what y'all trying to get Wack down with, man, this shit was boring as hell, man. Wack ain't guilty, man. Like, I'm sorry to say. Wack is one of them niggas like, yo, he's like a cockroach, bro. Like, if you gonna come for him, you gotta come for him direct. You gotta make sure you come for him right. This shit looked like it was trying to put me to sleep, and unfortunately, who knows if they have any points in this, but I just don't care anymore. I'm sorry to say. So, again, if someone has succinctly a way to put this out and they have, like, personal testimonies rather than be like, yo, ask somebody else, I would gladly hear them out. But, honestly, at this point, I don't really have anything to say about that shit. Somebody said, Ak, you look sleepy as fuck watching. Of course, nigga. I'm like, nigga, I was about to fall asleep watching this bullshit, man. Get this out of here, man. Shit. Do I think Wax said cooperate, nigga? I don't even give a fuck. What the hell? God damn. Oh, let me get into some, like, nerd shit real quick. It'll get my blood going a little bit. Keep me up. Yo, so chat. This is so interesting what's going on with, like, TikTok and Universal. Like, this is, like, a really interesting And I know most of y'all love the music industry, but you may not be an artist and you may not be on the label side. So let me show you what's going on. So TikTok basically had said, yo, our lease or our agreement with Universal Music Group, and by the way, remember Universal Music Group is the umbrella label, the biggest label with artists all on Republic. So your Nicki Minaj, your Taylor Swift, your Drake, your Weekends, your, I believe, Olivia Rodrigo, whoever the fuck that is. Most of the artists that you like, they're on Universal Music Group. Now, because TikTok and Universal Music Group hasn't came to an agreement, it was set to expire on February 1st, and Universal Music Group said, yo, listen, we're down for our music not to be on your platform. Like, you know, by the way, you have to realize, if you guys ever watch like sports a lot and you wonder why sometimes, you know, they go into these holdouts or whatever, because negotiating means nothing if you'll fall for everything, right? Like, you have to show somebody, yo, I won't tolerate this, or I won't, you know, this is unacceptable. And that's pretty much what this is, right? So TikTok was okay with the deal. Universal Music Group says, nah, we're not getting paid enough. TikTok comes back around and say, well, we have a few ways to pay y'all, but if we are going to pay people, we rather just pay the the individual artist rather than the label. And of course, the labels are upset. They're like, yo, whoa. Number one, it's getting a little bit closer to people realizing they don't need labels, right, for anything at all. But even before we get to that, everybody's looking at this whole situation. Wait, what are you talking about? Everybody's looking at this situation and be like, yo, dog, the labels are only using the artists as a pawn because they want to make a point to say, yo, y'all are preventing artists from getting money. The labels only care for themselves. TikTok is more right in this situation, even though they're not right, because they're trying to pay little to nothing and the artists don't really get as much. But at least on their priority list, they want to save their pockets. The second thing they want to save is the pockets of the artists. And that's the problem, you know, because when it comes to TikTok, they don't want to spend or pay out a lot of money because they're thinking that, hey, listen, we're giving a lot of free promo already. Now, if you look at let me see if I can find it. Universal Music Group Meta revenue. So basically, Universal Music Group, so UMG, they came to an agreement with Meta to basically like agree or like kind of license the music that they have through Instagram sounds and other things that will be on the platform, right? They actually did that over a year ago, and you will see what they even said about like Meta, right? They're basically saying that, and this is like their stock market, like, like update people what's going on. They said evolving and expanding relationships with long-term partners, including Amazon, Twitch, and Meta in revenue sharing, and Apple with spatial audio. Does it actually show here? Oh, it doesn't show it here. But basically, they show that for Meta contributed previously like about like 20% of their income for the year, which they thought was dope. But here's what happened. Not only is it different people when it comes to like hip hop, I think people just don't understand hip hop at all. So when people look at exactly what I just said in TikTok, and how TikTok is like, they're treating music, people's not realizing that when it comes to hip hop and how it affects like the promotion. Like, for example, like most music ain't really as popular without TikTok these days. TikTok knows that, right? So the record labels have reported about 20% for Meta. So for Instagram, this and third, they're saying for TikTok is only paying them 1%. So that's the beef. You know what I mean? I'm trying to simplify it for y'all. TikTok comms. They have a they actually have a Twitter. Let me see if I can pull it up. They actually wrote a whole letter. Let me see. Hold Hold on. Oh, actually, no. Universal wrote a letter. Universal. So if you go to them and I'm trying to like explain it without getting into too much, like, you know. Where's the letter they wrote? Okay, here we go. So this is the open letter from Universal. They're trying to convince their fans, which is the people who listen to the music, and they're trying to convince the artists and the songwriters and the producers that they're doing the right thing. Because everybody's mad at them to say, bro, why the fuck are you taking our music off TikTok? We need TikTok to promote our shit. So now if you're signed to like any like label on a Universal Music Group, your music cannot be served to TikTok, right? So they're writing an open letter to the artist and songwriter saying why they have to call a timeout on TikTok. By the way, all this is bullshit. If you guys ever have cable, your cable provider does the same bullshit too. Rather than pay the fees or, you know, they'll disagree with the fees, they'll force the people or they'll ask the people to go protest on their behalf. So this is why you get these open letters where people are trying to like explain what's going on. Anyway, you hear UMG basically say, and let me see if I can go to this 1%. Okay. It says, with respect to the issue of, let me make this a little bit smaller. And this is, it's all about money, right? With respect to the issue of artist and songwriter compensation, right? So this is what TikTok is saying. I'm trying to make it very simple. TikTok, they put out a statement and said, bro, we actually pay fair. According to all the big platforms that have now incorporated music in their platforms, for example,